What's going on, everyone? It's Alex here from Alex Physio. Today we're going to be going over a full body 13-minute muscle activation program. Welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Alexander Kravich. I'm a physiotherapist in Vancouver, British Columbia. Today we're going to be going over a 13-minute full body muscle activation program. This is for anybody that's never worked out or done any exercises before, just to try to get you moving a little bit, try to work on some different exercises to activate the major muscle groups of our body. It's going to be upper and lower, and it's going to be all done in sitting, so no fancy equipment. It's going to be as simple as possible. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible, and hopefully you can follow along. So the way this program is going to break down is we're going to do 13 exercises for 2 sets and 30 seconds for each exercise. The first 13, I'm just going to be talking about it as I do it, and then the second 13 or the second 13 sets that we do, I'm going to try not to say anything so that you can just follow along, and hopefully you can use this in the future as part of your routine if it's something that you find valuable. I'm going to set a timer for 30 seconds and then we'll start. First exercise is going to be our chin tucks. So what this is going to look like, and I'm going to start it right now, you're just going to try to think about making a double chin. So just activating the muscles of the front of your neck. Double chin and relax, double chin and relax. So really try to work on activating those muscles at the front here, letting your head and your chin poke forward, and then bringing your chin back and down. Relax. Okay, that's 30 seconds. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, we're going to do active shoulder flexion. So you're just going to try to think about lifting your arms up as high as you feel comfortable. Okay, so 30 seconds. Try to lift up and come back down. Okay, lift up and back down. Doesn't really matter how high you go. It's as high as you feel comfortable. If you have any other sorts of aches or conditions that may prevent you from going up as high as you can, that's okay. The goal is you just start somewhere and try to build off of that, okay? You can bend your elbows to make it a little bit easier. Okay, that's 30 seconds. Take a little bit of a break. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is shoulder abduction, or bringing your arms out to the side. So again, bent elbows is easier, or straight arms is harder. Okay, so I'm gonna start the timer. Okay, you're lifting your arms up overhead. Try to see if you can bring your hands together. Come back to the start. Bring your arms up. Out to the side. Just like think about you're reaching for something in the top shelf. Think about how much time or how little time we spend with our arms at or above shoulder height, right? Everything is at or below. In terms of driving, writing, on our phone, on the computer. Okay, so next exercise, we're just going to do some opening and closing of our hands. Okay, so we're just going to open and close our hands, trying to get some activation, spread them nice and wide. Make a fist strong and open. Again, if you have arthritis or any sort of issues with your hands, it might limit you from being able to open and close fully, but just do your best. Work on those muscles in our forearms and our hands and our fingers. Super important, especially when we work all day typing, writing on our phones. Next exercise we're going to do are some shoulder squeezes. So we're going to try to think about squeezing our shoulder blades back and relax. So squeezing the shoulders back and relax. And 30 seconds. So squeeze back and relax, trying to work on activating the muscles in our mid-back area, or rhomboids, and our trap muscles. You can use your hands just to give you a bit of cueing. Think about trying to just pull your shoulder blades back and down. You're not shrugging as you're going back. Squeeze as hard as you feel comfortable and relax. Squeeze and relax. relax. You're not trying to go as fast as you can, just go at your own pace. Doesn't matter how many repetitions you can get done in 30 seconds. Move on to our plinth. We're just gonna do some pelvic tilts. So what this is gonna look like is you're gonna think about arching your back or tilting your pelvis forward and then just slouching, okay? So arch and slouch. And you can put your hands on your hips just to give you a bit of that cue, okay? So I'm gonna start the timer. Arch and slouch, arch and slouch, arch and slouch. Just trying to get some muscle activation going. Okay. 30 seconds. Just gonna do some marching, so I want you to think about bringing your knee up to your chest and then coming back down. We're gonna just try to alternate. Okay, so then just go at your own pace or follow along with me, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna start my timer. You can put your hands on the plinth or on the chair for more support. Your feet don't have to be touching the ground. It's all based on what you have. And then just try to lift as far as, just try to think about lifting up as high as you feel comfortable. Try to get some movement going. Okay, that's 30 seconds. Just gonna do some knee extensions. So you're just gonna try to think about straightening your leg and activating your quad muscle. So let's start the timer. Try to straighten and relax. And then we're just going to try to alternate. Keep your toes pointing away from you, just to try to minimize some of the tension in your sciatic nerve. Just try to activate that quad muscle, that muscle on the front of your leg, front of your thigh, straight as you can. Okay, it's 30 seconds. We're gonna do some knee flexion or some knee bend. So again, if you have some space behind you, or you can lean forward or scoot your bum towards the edge, you're just trying to bend your knees as far as you can or as far as your equipment allows. Okay, and then we'll just alternate, okay? So I'll start my timer. Bend, come back, bend, back. We're just trying to work on activating our hamstring muscle. That's the muscle that runs the back of your leg, back of your thigh, and it's responsible for bending the knee and also responsible for straightening the hip as well. So yeah, we're just doing some backwards taps. Again, just go as far as you feel comfortable. Okay. Some bum squeezes, so I just want you to think about clenching your bum muscles together and relaxing, okay? Just again, trying to get some muscle activation. You can do this in standing if you feel comfortable as well. Or you can just stay in sitting to keep it consistent. Okay, so squeeze. You can't really see me squeezing. Squeeze your bum muscles like there's a quarter in between your bum cheeks that you're trying not to let go of, and relax. Our bum muscles are important for hip straightening or hip extension. Okay, do some hip internal rotation. So what this is going to look like is you're going to bring your knees together and you're going to try to bring your shins or your feet out to the side, okay? So I'm just going to start my timer. So bring your legs out, keep your knees together. You're just trying to work on your hip active internal rotation. Again, you might feel it's easier on one side relative to the other. You might feel that you're not able to get too much. It's all just based on what you can tolerate and how comfortable you feel doing it and trying to build off of that. Okay, That's exercise 11. Exercise 12, we're going to do some hip external rotation. So what this is going to look like is you're going to try to think about bringing your heel on top of your knee and then coming back down and then alternating like you're trying to sit with your legs crossed. Again, if you have any sort of hip issues or osteoarthritis or injuries that might limit, that's okay. You can just try to slide your heel up as high as you feel comfortable and then I'll rotate. Okay, so we'll start the timer, cross, and back down, cross, back down, cross, down, cross, back down. Again, if you can't go up that high, that's okay. You can just slide your heel up the inside of your shin. Take your time. Good. The last exercise we're going to do are just some ankle pumps to try to work on activating our calf muscle. For simple, you're just going to try to think about pointing your toes away from you and towards you. Away, towards, away, towards. Okay. You can rest your back on something or you can sit upright. It's up to you. You can do it with your legs resting on the ground or not resting. Yeah, it just really all depends on whatever feels most comfortable. I'm just having it with my knees straight so that you can see the whole picture. Up and down. This is also good for blood circulation as well. If you find that you're sitting for long periods of time, it's a good way to get the blood flowing, try to prevent some of that blood pooling that happens when you sit for too long. So there you have it. Those are the 13 exercises. That's round 1. We're going to do round 2. Okay. So first one, we're going into the chin tucks, double chin, okay. Next one we're going to do is a shoulder flexion. So overhead. Okay. Couple more seconds. Okay, next we're doing the shoulder abduction. So arms out to the side. So you can get your hands together. Okay. Next we're going to do some opening and closing of our hands. Shoulder squeeze. You know the drill. Good stuff. Okay, pelvic tilts. Okay, knee extension. Knee flexion. Okay, hip internal rotation. Okay, hip external rotation. Okay, buttock squeezes. Last one, ankle pumps. So there you have it. We went over 13 different muscle activation exercises, working all the muscle groups in our upper and lower body. 2 sets, 30 seconds each, for a total of 26 sets. Hopefully you found some value in this video. Hopefully you learned a couple things, and hopefully you were able to follow along as I was going, and I wasn't going too fast. The nice thing about this is, as I mentioned, there's no equipment needed. All you need is just a chair or somewhere to sit on. You don't even need that. You can just do it in standing, even if you didn't have a chair. No equipment, very simple to follow, one-step movements, nothing fancy or complex about it, but enough to just kind of get you moving and get you out of that day-to-day living. If you find that you're sitting for too long, working, and you're on your phone or on the computer, it's just a good way to kind of get you moving a little bit. Or if you're somebody who has just never done any exercise and wants to know where to start or how to start, this is something that can really tailor to those individuals who don't have a long history of exercise, or even individuals who are quite limited by their mobility or by their abilities because of any sort of medical condition or any issues. This is just a good kind of baseline that you can start. And even within these exercises, they are simple, but you can make them even simpler or much easier based on some of the cues that I talked about. So hopefully you found some value in this video. If you did, please consider checking out some of my other videos. I have over 500 videos on various physio, exercise, and medical related topics. Thank you to everyone who has supported me on this journey over the last 5 years. I'm always trying to look at improving and expanding my repertoire in terms of the videos and trying to make it better or different or more unique or tailored to what the individuals and the viewers want. So if you have any thoughts and suggestions, please let me know down in the comments below. One of the things I was thinking about was doing like a live online stream here on YouTube for individuals to ask any sort of questions, comments, or concerns about anything that I'm doing or things that they would like to see, or any just questions about physio in general or life in general. I'm wondering what your interest would be in that. If you wanted to comment down below, if that would be something that you'd be willing to tune in, let me know and we can go from there. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.